As promised, I have all my charts to show you the days that are going to be important for February. So starting off on February 1st, happy Rabbit's Day. It is going to be the Leo full moon, and this Leo full moon is going to be taking place at 13 degrees and 2 minutes. This full moon will take place at 17:08 p.m. Eastern time zone. Check your time zone. That is 5:08 p.m. And on February 3rd, we're going to have Uranus station direct. I am so excited. Uranus has been stuck at 27 degrees for some time now, and Uranus is going to station direct February 3rd at 21:34, and Uranus is at 27 degrees 28 minutes. And as you can see, Uranus is starting to work into some squares, which are going to take place just 2 days after this. All right, so on February 5th, we're going to have Mercury square Uranus, and as you can see, Mercury's at 27:27, Uranus is at 27:27 now direct. And this is going to be exact at 7:13 a.m. Eastern time zone. Now, on February 6th, we're going to have Mercury ingress into Pisces, and this is going to take place at 17:48 p.m., which is 5:48 p.m. Eastern time zone. Now, on February 8th, we're going to have Venus now square Uranus. Now, going through these squares, I want you all to know that Uranus is a curveball. Uranus is unpredictable. Uranus straight comes out of nowhere, okay? And sudden change, sudden redirection, picks you up, moves you. And with this being with Venus, okay, the planet of love, relationships, money, there could be a lot of upheaval in those aspects of our lives. Now, you want to make sure that you check your chart to see where this is going to be affecting you. And this square is going to be exact at 4:48 a.m. Eastern time zone. On February 10th, we're going to have Venus ingress into Pisces, and this is going to take place at 5:18 a.m. Eastern time zone. And so Venus loves being in Pisces, so you will automatically feel that shift of, maybe relationships just feel better. Things are going better. You might even feel a little dreamy. Now, on February 11th, we're going to have Mercury enter shadow. And as you can see, Mercury's going to enter shadow at 8 degrees. And so Mercury's going to be slowing down to start its retrograde in Pisces. Yahoo! My second least favorite sign to have Mercury in. And this shadow is going to take place at 1912. Now, keep in mind, we've already had Mercury and Venus have their little talk, but they're going to communicate in conjunct again. Now, on February 12th, we're going to have Mercury conjunct the North Node. So there's going to be faded conversations, faded messages, faded things that happen as far as part of your destined path, okay? And if you have any planets in this area, pay attention to your chart and what's going on for you. And this is going to take place at 1:58 a.m. Eastern time zone. Now, on February 13th, we're going to have Saturn ingress into Aries, and as you can see, getting a little bit closer to that conjunction with Neptune. And this is going to take place at 1912, and this is going to be 7:12 p.m. Eastern time zone. We could feel a very big shift in the energy. We could even see a lot of things with the wounded masculine, aka the military industrial complex. This shift here is going to be just as impactful as the squares with Uranus and Uranus stationing direct. Now, on February 16th, we're going to have the Sun. Here it is, the Sun now square Uranus. So again, we're going to have a lot of hard, quick change in energy. This could affect our money. This could affect our oil. This could affect so many things, specifically as we go through Mercury, Venus, and now the Sun squaring Uranus. Now, I do want to note a little bit later in the day at 16:30, and this is going to be at 4:30 p.m. Okay, we're going to have Mercury trine Jupiter. Now, this is where, fated conversations, the energy is going to feel good. We're going to be able to have very good conversations. Again, Mercury's in detriment. It does not like being in Pisces. So it can almost feel a little overwhelming in trying to communicate how you feel. Okay. It kind of feels a little like it's drowning in the ocean in Pisces. On February 17th, we're going to have the Aquarius solar eclipse. Now, we are in the eclipse window as I'm making this video. So just know that as we get closer to the eclipses, we do not manifest during eclipses. We release, we let go. Look in your chart to see where this is going to be taking place, because it's going to be at 28:49, so 28 degrees and 49 minutes. And this is going to take place at 6:37 a.m. Eastern time zone. I do feel that there could be a lot that's brought up, specifically with where the eclipse is going to be visible. So I would check the eclipse path and see if you're in an area to where you're going to be able to see the path of the eclipse. A lot of times, a lot of things happen as far as the earth, as far as disruption. Eclipses clip things out. So we're not going to be manifesting during this solar eclipse. Just a few hours after we have that eclipse, we're going to have now Venus conjunct the North Node. And this is going to take place at 8:31 or 8:34 a.m. And this is going to be at 8 degrees 56 minutes. And as you can see, the nodes are now going to be at 8 degrees. So again, this could be fated love, fated relationships. If you have been manifesting your tribe, your person, all those things, okay? Because this is part of our dreams, the divine stepping in and intervening, specifically with the North Node and Venus conjuncting. On February 18th, we're going to have the Sun ingress into Pisces, and this is going to take place at 10:52 a.m. Eastern time zone. So happy birthday, Pisces. Welcome to Pisces season. And this is definitely going to be a February to remember, a Pisces season to remember. February 20th, we're going to have Saturn conjunct Neptune. Now, the last time that they conjunct, and it wasn't an exact conjunction, however, they were still pretty close to an exact conjunction. There was a lot of explosions on the water, so we could definitely see a lot happen with this conjunction. You want to look and see in your chart where it's going to be happening for you, and this is going to take place at 11:52 a.m. Eastern time zone. On February 22nd, we're going to have Venus trine Jupiter. This is going to be a really good day. It's going to feel good, even though we're still going to have Saturn and Neptune conjunct, and this is going to take place at 15:01 p.m. and that's 3:01 p.m. Eastern time zone. On February 26th, we're going to have Mercury station retrograde, and this is going to happen at 22 degrees 23 minutes, and it's going to take place at 1:48 a.m. Eastern time zone. On February 27th, we're going to have Mars square Uranus. This is going to take place at 11:20 a.m. at 27:42. On the exact same day, we're going to have the Sun conjunct the North Node. Now, we are still in the middle of eclipse season. The North Node is getting aspected quite a bit, so we are in fated times. Fated things are going to happen. On February 28th, we're going to have Mercury conjunct Venus. And this is going to take place at 12:34 a.m. Eastern Time Zone. And this is going to happen at 22:15 degrees. Now, I do want to note that this could actually be fated relationships coming together, fated things happening with money, fated business partnerships, okay? Because of that Venus and Mercury aspect, it could feel very dreamy, like blessings are just all around. But anyway, here's your dates and your transits for February. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.